There was a question here a bit earlier. Somebody has been working with themselves for 30, 40 years.
Okay.
Does this shift in consciousness or in awareness need to take a lot of years, a lot of time? Or can it change fast?
I have a question in return. What do you really mean by shift in consciousness?
Maybe get out of...
Implies that you're looking for a threshold or a point where you feel you have crossed over into something new. Right?
Yeah.
The question sounds to me. And I'm saying there is no such point. It's like asking, okay, so I've started learning the violin. When am I a maestro? Is there really a point in life where you say you're a maestro and beyond that everything is happening on its own? No, you're only constantly growing to become more of a maestro. So there is no threshold there. There is no point there that you're crossing over. It's a lifelong journey.
What do you think about the consciousness going up a notch, up in a fifth dimension? And if that's something that you embrace, when will it happen? That's the question.
I'm not very well conversant with these forms of understanding about a fifth dimension or whatever. And at One World Academy, we are not even looking for any such thing, because like I told you, we are not talking of any permanent, irreversible change or whatever. We are just talking of a lifelong process of growth, of learning, and of bringing awareness. So, like I told in the earlier question, when you talk of a fifth dimension, it naturally gives the feeling as though there is fourth dimension ends and then you're moved into the fifth dimension. And I don't know where you will see such a point. And I think all these differences between the fourth and the fifth and the third dimensions are all mentally created. So if your mind decides right now to let go of these differences that it is creating, I think you're already there. It is not something there outside that you have to reach. It's an inward journey. So wherever you choose to put the limit is where the limit is. There is no absolute limit there. I said the point of inner freedom is not something that is universally fixed for all of us. It is a point within us where we feel free. So there is not like a border line that says if you cross this you are free. No. There is no such goal, there is no such place that you have to reach. If you're just here and now, and if you're just observing what is happening now, you are free now.
In November, you are going to Oslo with, and would you say something about that?
Okay. So from November 9th to 11th in Oslo, we are having our 3-day seminar called A New Beginning. And this is going to be facilitated by the senior faculty of One World Academy. His name is Anandagiri and me. Now, as the name itself suggests, a new beginning. What we mean by a new beginning is when you can live life from a place of awareness. Because when you live life from a place of awareness, you're no more under the control of your habitual tendencies. You're no more under the control of your past. You have the freedom to give a different response to life situations. You have the freedom to respond to life from a new place within you. You're not coming from those same old stories, from those same old interpretations. That's what we mean by a new beginning. And we believe such new beginnings happen Throughout life, whenever there is awareness, whenever we bring attention to our inner world, we are making a new beginning within ourselves. And some of the important topics that we'll be dealing with in the new beginning is we'll be learning how to consciously free ourselves of suffering. Many of us have experienced freedom from suffering, we've experienced freedom from negative states of mind. But in many cases, it has happened unconsciously. In the sense, we are in fear, we just allow time to pass. Over time, we don't seem to feel that fear anymore. But what we are talking about is where you can consciously lead yourself out of a disturbed state of mind. That is a very empowering experience to know that you don't have to wait for anyone or anything to change. You don't even have to wait for time to free yourself. Freedom is a moment of decision. So that is one thing we'll be dealing with. We'll be working extensively on healing relationships, family relationships, letting go of hurt, letting go of pent up anger and guilt. We'll be working on healing these relationships. And most importantly, we'll be working on healing the relationship we have with ourselves. Because if we are constantly judging oneself, disliking oneself, then that could become the root cause of many an emotional problem in our lives. Then we'll be focusing on letting go of emotional addictions. Sometimes when we have lived for prolonged periods of time in suffering, in disturbed states of mind, after a point of time, even if we want to let go of it, that emotion lingers on us. It has become a habit in us. So we'll be learning how to break free of these addictive states. And finally, we'll be learning about the interconnectedness of life. We'll be learning how we're connected with the whole universe and how there is a higher intelligence or a presence that lives within us. We'll be learning to connect with this presence and to share this presence with others.
I would like to put in a word. I was a part of one of your groups in Stavanger,
Yes.
and what was the most powerful is like you do teach people, but you teach in a way that we experiencing ourselves. So
Yes.
it's not like it's a new teaching, a new belief system. It's more like that everybody can experience and see what's there. So for me, it was very powerful, and I will thank you for that. And if
Thank you.
the course in Oslo can be like this, it will be very powerful for a lot of people.
It will be definitely the same. And like you rightly said, our focus is not just teaching, it's also on helping people go through inward spiritual journeys, what we call as processes. Because it is one thing to know about bringing awareness to thoughts, it is another thing to actually practice awareness of thoughts. And we will be guiding you through such processes that will help you let go of your emotional disturbances, that will help you bring awareness. We will guide you along this path. And of course, once we connect with the presence within us, once we connect with the higher intelligence within us, that intelligence from within us will also guide us through such a process. So, help from within you, you'll also have help from around you through us. So, together, it will help you
Yeah.
grow in self awareness and let go of your emotional disturbances. And
I feel very strongly that we are in a time where people are going to find their own truth. It's to
yes,
to see what's there, not to bring some new mind stuff, how to live into action. It's it's more like be aware yourself and see what's there, and so and the teachings needs to follow that road. Not
yes,
like not like we are supposed to tell everybody how they were supposed to live, but like they can see themselves from within.
yeah, exactly. Truth by definition is always something that you see within yourself. have seen it within you, it is not qualified to be called the truth. It can be called fact, but only when you internalize it, only when you integrate it into your being, does it become your truth.
Yeah.
And that is what all spirituality is about. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was wonderful talking with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for your sharing.